Okay, today we're going to work on Module 6, Lesson 8. I'm going to share the screen. Taking a minute to load here. Module 6, Lesson 8. Have your workbook ready? We'll go ahead with the lesson. Starting with the problem set. Delia stops under a silver maple leaf and collects leaves. At home, she measures the widths of the leaves to the nearest 1/4 inch and records the measurements as shown below. You are going to be drawing your own line plot. Pause the video and prepare your line plot. You will need to have an axis at the bottom and label it based on the sizes, and then you will put X's for each number. Pause the video, try your own line plot, and then turn it or press play again or unpause and move ahead. Okay, width in inches, you would start with 5 and measure to 7, 5, 5 1/4, 5 1/2. You could have probably started at 5 1/2 to 6 3/4, 5, 5 1/2, or 5, 5 1/4, 5 1/2, 5 3/4, 6, 6 1/4, 6 1/2, 6 3/4, because there were no 5s or 7s. And there were 1 5 1/2, 5, 5 3/4, 8 6-inch, 6, 6 1/4, 4 6 1/2, and 1 6 3/4. Explain what steps you took to do this. Step 1, draw a line across the bottom of the page. Write the title of the line plot. Label the bottom axis, and then use the data from the chart to place X's on the correct spots. How many more leaves were 6 inches wide than 6 1/2? 4 more leaves were 6 inches than 6 1/2 inches. There were 8 leaves that were 6 inches and only 4 that were 6 1/2. 8 minus 4 equals 4. Find the 3 most frequent measurements on the line plot. What does this tell you about the typical width of a silver maple tree leaf? The 3 most frequent measurements for silver maple tree leaves are 5 3/4, 6, and 6 1/4. This tells me that on average, a silver maple leaf is about 6 inches wide. Mrs. Lee's class uses what they have learned about simple machines to build marshmallow launchers. They record the distances their marshmallows travel in the chart below. A, pause the video, and you're going to use the data in the table to draw your own line plot. Sample line plot would be measured in inches, going from 48 to 50 with a title. Then you put your X's for each value: 148, 148 1/4, 5 48 3/4, 5 49s, 3 49 1/4, 1 49 1/2, 2 49 3/4, and 1 50 inch. Explain the steps you took. Step 1, draw a line across the bottom of the page. Step 2, write the title. Step 3, label the bottom axis, and then 4, use your data from the chart and place the X's in the correct spots. How many more marshmallows traveled 48 and 3/4 inches than 48 1/4? There were 5 that measured 48 and 3/4 and 2 that measured 48 1/4. 5 minus 2 would be 3. 3 more. D, find the 3 most frequent measurements on the line plot. What does this tell you about the distance that most of the marshmallows traveled? The 3 most frequent measurements were 48 and 3/4, 49, and 49 1/4. 49 and 3/4 had 5, 49 had 5, and 49 and 3/4 had 3. This tells you that the average distance is about 49 inches that the marshmallow traveled. Now we're on to the homework piece. Okay, Miss Leah's class uses what they learned about simple machines to build marshmallow launchers. I'm sorry, it's the same question in the wrong spot. We'll look at it again. Title and label, minimum, maximum for the line plot, and X's. 2 more. Frequent, around 49 inches. Our exit ticket. The line plot below shows the lengths of the fish children caught in the fishing derby. Find the 3 most frequent. The 3 most frequent are 23, 23 1/4, and 23 1/2. Find the difference between the longest and shortest. 24 minus 22 would be 2 inches. How many more fish were 23 1/4 than 24? There were 4 fish that measured 23 1/4 and 1 fish that measured 24. 4 minus 1 is 3. The 3 more fish were 23 1/4 than 24 inches. And that is the end of that lesson. Thank you.